House of People's Representatives approve new land-related proclamation. And South Africa's grain crop is projected to decrease significantly due to drought. Greetings and welcome to ABC World, the voice of Pan-Africanism. I'm Hikmat Tamam with the news for the hour. Do stay with us. The House of People's Representatives of Ethiopia approved a proclamation for land expropriation, compensation method and resettlement. Chairperson of the Urban Infrastructure and Transport Affairs Standing Committee, Shawit Shenka, presented a report on the proposed proclamation. She noted that the revised proclamation clearly defines the authorities and responsibilities for resettling and rehabilitating displaced people. The chairperson of the Law and Justice Affairs Standing Committee, Aganet Mengistu, for her part said the previous compensation system was vulnerable to corruption and the displaced do not receive adequate compensation. However, the amended proclamation will ensure proper utilization of government and public resources, the chairperson stated, as the highest courts will hear appeals from people who feel they have not been fairly compensated. The amended proclamation will not create issues in the justice system, she added. The Ethiopian Embassy in Beijing hosted the Ethiopia-China Business Forum. During the forum, Ambassador Dewanu Kadir, deputy head of the mission at the embassy, delivered a keynote speech highlighting Ethiopia's investment and trade opportunities. Since the beginning of the China-Africa partnership in 2000, China has been a leading source of foreign direct investment and a major trading partner for Ethiopia, he explained, saying that Ethiopia is the second most populous country and one of the fastest growing economies in Africa. Ambassador Dewanu added that the country has a substantial market for Chinese products and ample investment opportunities for Chinese businesses. Additionally, Ambassador Dewanu added that Ethiopia and China have elevated their ties to an all-weather strategic partnership in October 2023, making Ethiopia the only country in Africa to have such a partnership with China. In business news, the Ethiopian Tea and Coffee Authority disclosed that 7.5 million USD has been earned from the export of 8,400 tons of spices during the last 11 months of current Ethiopian fiscal year. In addition to coffee, the authority has given attention to enhancing the production and marketing of spices and tea with a view to boosting foreign exchange earnings. The Ethiopian Coffee and Tea Authority Director General Adunia Debala told Ethiopian News Agency Ethiopia produces more than 50 types of spices, out of which 16 are exported to the global market. According to him, the performance has shown 2,000 tons increment as compared to same period of last year. Ethiopia exports its spices product to 39 various countries. Noting that Ethiopia's spices sector had no strategy, he pointed out that activities have been carried out to solve the problems in the sector by designing a strategy.
To enter in this Bwindi Impenetrable National Park. So yeah, guys, we just entered this Bwindi. Yeah, so tell us about this place.
So Bwindi Impenetrable National Park is a forests. In Gindi, we have mountain gorillas, duikers, wild elephants. We have monkeys, and so many animals like nocturnal animals. So we are now at a higher altitude of 1,165 above the sea level.
Guys, can you see the broccoli trees?
The trail soon turns left onto a winding path deeper into the forest. It crosses the Munyaga River 3 times before presenting you with the first waterfall.
When I'm protecting this forest, guarding it against enemies, I am not guarding it for my own benefit. I'm guarding it for the whole world.
Farid mguu sawa, mguu pande, mguu sawa.
The landscape is really breathtaking.
Welcome back from the short break. Looking into other news, the Minister of Agriculture said sustainable success registered in the agriculture sector. Emphasis is being placed on getting rid of aid dependency. The ongoing national reform prioritizes various works, especially in agriculture sector, with a view to positioning Ethiopia as a symbol of prosperity. Tegasser Nisa presents Ethiopian News Agency's report.
Minister of Agriculture Girma Amenti said by continuing the success registered in the agriculture sector, emphasis is being placed on getting rid of aid dependency. Ethiopia has abundant resources across all its corners and various sectors, he noted.
Our inability to translate these blessings into tangible development has, however, kept us from progress and be dependent on aid. We have to utilize the blessing we have and move from efficiency to productivity. The ongoing national reform prioritizes various workers, especially in agriculture sector, with the view to positioning Ethiopia as a symbol of prosperity. So we have to capitalize on utilizing our potential to the fullest.
The minister emphasized the potential of Ethiopia's abundant resources to drive the nation out of poverty to productivity and stressed the importance of collaboration in achieving this goal.
Collective efforts need to put in place to increase productivity across all sectors and also aiming to eliminate dependency and achieve national goals.
The minister called on a shift in mindset, emphasizing that ensuring food security at the family level and ending dependency are hallmarks of true patriotism in these times.
South Africa's grain crop is projected to decrease significantly this year due to a dry summer. On the contrary, the industry overcame a scorching El Nino, foot and mouth disease, the worst bird flu outbreak, and poor logistics to make a positive contribution to the gross domestic product in the first quarter of this year. Johannes Ventahun takes it from CGTN Africa.
South Africa's grain crop is expected to be much smaller this year as a result of a drier summer. But the rest of the agriculture sector shrugged off extreme weather and disease to make the biggest contribution to GDP in the first quarter of 2024.
We had a relatively good performance from the livestock sector and animal products and also horticultural products that actually helped almost offset what has happened on the grain side. With a strong rebound in the agricultural GDP by 13.5% in the first quarter.
The sheep and cattle flocks and herds, the national herds, grew after the last drought from 2014 to 2017, so it decreased and now it's starting to grow. We see a little bit higher slaughter figures, and a big contributor then was the poultry industry, who went through a very bad time last year due to certain diseases, etc., and there was more output from them.
The industry also backed the trend on the export side, a 6% boost in exports driven by grapes, apples, citrus and maize boosted the trade surplus to $1.4 billion, allowing fees over port backlogs.
good collaboration between industry players, agribusinesses, and Transnet to actually expedite those exports despite those challenges. We are now, into the second, quarter, and which is the full swing for our flagship export, which is citrus. Strong exports, going out.
But the industry is not out of the woods yet. Maize harvests are anticipated to be at least 20% lower, which could drag down performance over the next 2 quarters and lower exporters.
I think the combined outlook for the rest of the year, I would say stable, maybe a little bit of positivity if we think about red meat and poultry, but the grain sector is on a difficult place as far as output is concerned.
With a cooler expected later this year, farmers are hoping the worst is over from consumers. However, relief from higher inflation and lower food prices will be easier on the pocket.
And now, before I go, a recap of the top stories once again. House of People's Representatives approve new land-related proclamation. And South Africa's grain crop is projected to decrease significantly due to drought. Well, you have been watching ABC World, the voice of Pan-Africanism. I was Hikmat Tamamuddin for the hour. Have a good time.